I've had success, and you can too. Please welcome team leader Kristin Goodwin from Des Moines, Iowa to the stage. Kristin.
Hi. My name is Kristin Goodwin, and I am a team leader with the Pampered Chef. My 2012 goal in my Pampered Chef business was to achieve Taste of Travel in Nashville. After the revealing of the 2012 incentive trips last January, I decided that Nashville was what I wanted. At that time, I was doing one show a week. I knew I would have to step up my business, and it seemed pretty achievable. Could I really do this? I wasn't too sure about having to recruit. In fact, I had told my director a number of times I didn't want to recruit. I didn't want to ask, I didn't want to bother anyone, I didn't want to seem pushy, and I didn't want to be told no. To earn Taste of Travel, I knew I not only had to increase my number of shows each month, but also had to add 4 qualified team members in the next 7 months. So, in order to do this, I knew I was going to have to start offering this amazing business opportunity to everyone. You never know when and where someone is going to need this. I had to get over the fear of being told no and just ask. The answer would always be no if I didn't ask. I also needed to add more cooking shows to my calendar each month. I told my director my goal, and we set up a time to discuss how I would make this happen. Very first thing she showed me was how to find my show average, which was $4.99 at that point. That was important to know so I could start breaking it down so I knew the points I needed per month. To break it down, I used the incentives calculator, which showed me the minimum recruiting points required, and the rest I was going to get through my cooking shows. Taking that number and dividing it by my show average told me how many shows I needed to do per month. It actually wasn't too many more than I was already doing. I used the incentive calculator at least once a month to track my progress. And let me tell you, it was very rewarding. Some months were better than others, but I was still moving towards my goal. Breaking it down and seeing it in black and white made it seem even more real. I was really excited. I was already thinking about what I was going to wear in Nashville. First thing was first. I knew I was going to have to change up my cooking shows a little if I wanted to increase my show average, get more bookings, and more recruit leads. In the past, I only did my demo for the recipe instead of focusing on the products, hosting a show, and joining my team. I also needed to do a full-service checkout. My director worked very hard with me on ways to keep my shows fun, interactive, and add a little bit more about the business opportunity. She also showed me how featuring higher dollar products and using descriptive words at my shows would create that desire for the product, and which in turn could lead to higher sales and or possibly more bookings for them to get it at a discount or even free. So January was going great. Great shows, I was having fun, my guests and hosts were having fun, and I had 2 potential team members. Then disaster struck. Almost all of my February shows were postponing or canceling. I was devastated, I cried, I bawled to my husband that I couldn't do it, we weren't going to Nashville. I called my director and told her I was never going to earn Taste of Travel, so I might as well just quit trying. Looking back, well, I was quite the drama queen. At first, she just listened, probably thinking about how crazy I was to be giving up after only 3 weeks. Then, after talking with her for a little bit, she explained how this business can be a roller coaster, not to ride the highs too high or the lows too low. She suggested that I add 2 more bookings per month in case there were a couple cancellations or postponements. She also told me to get on the phone and get booking. After all, it was only the first week of February. I still had 3 more weeks of the month and 5 more months after that. She and I did a few booking blitzes and things were slowly turning around. I was getting more shows booked, some bridal showers lined up for the spring, and that helped me get back on that horse and get excited again. So my show schedule was looking very good, but there were still those 4 qualified team members that I needed. I had started asking guests at my shows, and nothing was happening. What else could I do? So another drama queen called Becky, and I just knew I wasn't going to get those 4 qualified team members by July 31st. Again, I told her I wouldn't get there, I should quit trying. Along with her telling me not to give up, deep down, I really didn't want to quit. I had been telling everyone my goal, which made it real, and I didn't want to have to face anyone later and say that I didn't get to go to Nashville. So with more help from my director and positive encouragement from my husband, family, and close friends, I was back on the horse. One thing my director helped me see was that I needed to take myself out of the equation. This business truly is each our own, and we all have different reasons for starting it. I realized I needed to find out what that reason was for my hosts and guests to join the Pampered Chef. I started asking questions and listening to them. I wasn't thinking about me. Then, slowly but surely, I was having people join my team. There were still bumps along the way, but this goal was important enough to me that deep down, I didn't want to feel like I failed. I liked helping others start their business and achieve their goals with the Pampered Chef. Sure, there were and still are times things start going downhill, but I remember not to ride the lows too low. When I felt like quitting, which was more often than I care to admit, I called my director. Looking back, I'm surprised she hadn't blocked my phone number. She always listened, asked questions, and offered a variety of solutions. After her pointing out how far I had already come, I wanted to achieve my goal even more. Plus, I had my husband really wanting to go to Nashville. I didn't want to let him down. With him working in corporate America for over 15 years, there were trips his company offered based on his store and management team. We would get excited about them, but really they felt like carrots dangling and not achievable. And yet, after 1 year with the Pampered Chef, I was the one that took us on our first free vacation. I felt so proud to be able to do this for us. I was extremely excited to say that I earned Taste of Travel and met my goal. And that's exactly what it was, a taste. Needless to say, after that getaway, we both wanted the Las Vegas vacation. In less than 2 years with the Pampered Chef, I was able to quit my full-time job and still earn 2 free vacations. Where else can you work and say that? Heck, I had so much fun at my shows, I feel guilty calling it work. So, of course, my goals for 2013 are to earn Punta Cana and become a director. More travel, more income, and more fun. I look forward to growing my business and helping others achieve their dreams. The best piece of advice I can offer each of you is to find what it is that you really want and how it would feel if you didn't get it. Then say it aloud and find that person that won't let you quit. My director has not only helped me on a professional level, but also on a personal level, helped me build my confidence in myself, and made me believe that I am in charge of achieving my goals. I really want to thank my director, so thank you, Becky Wilrich, for not giving up on me and keeping me on that horse. And I would like you to come up here for a second. Woo!
get her in. You're both the best. Come on over here to the center. Whoops. Well, that'll survive. Oh, it's don't leave the candy. Wow. Kristin, thank you. Oh! Okay, we are not going to be falling on this thing. Okay, Kristin, thank you very much for sharing from your heart, sharing your journey as you went through the last year with the Pampered Chef, and congratulations on all the successes. And Becky, without your inspiration, without being there for her all the time, I think she would tell you she could have never done it. But you are a great team. Reach out and thank your director today because you're all great teams out there. Let's give them a great big hand as they go back. Don't slip up a All right, and now we have another episode of The Dish. Here you go, everybody.